All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a video from Fox News titled "Politicians Aren't All Innocent in This." Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. Smith went on Fox for an interview. I think it's with Jesse Waters. Now, Stephen A. Smith, he's been known to known to be vocal. He said things that I've agreed with and things I don't agree with. So I do take his opinion with a grain of salt, but that don't mean, he can't be right about some things. So I'm, obviously willing to hear what he got to say right here. So before I start the video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we enjoying this. Now let's get into it.
Stephen A. Smith, the host of No Mercy with Stephen A. Smith podcast, and he joins me now. So you're in charge. We're going to make you president. What is the Stephen A. Smith platform to solve the crime and homelessness crisis?
Well, first of all, I did not know you dropped this on me. I certainly didn't know we were going to be talking about this, but I'm game for it. Thank you so much for having me. There is no question that a lot of these issues need to be addressed. There is no question that we should be against an extremely progressive agenda that's calling for people to be released from prison on multiple occasions, that's ignoring a lot of crime that's taking place in the streets. There is no doubt about that. Where I don't vibe with you, Jesse Waters, who I respect, is that when you talk about politicians themselves being innocent, they're not innocent in all of this. A matter of fact, in some instances, the division that exists and has existed for so long has contributed to kind of some of the nonsense that's been taking place in the streets. It doesn't excuse it, doesn't mean it doesn't have to be addressed.
Where do we disagree? I feel like we're in agreement on everything.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, you said earlier in your great monologue how the politicians themselves were like innocent for crying out loud.
No, I'm not saying they're innocent. I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said they're acting like they're the victims when you call them out for not doing their job.
Well, some of them. Well, actually, a lot of them deserve the criticism that they're getting. There is no doubt about that. But I would definitely be big time when it comes to addressing crime in the streets.
Okay, good.
The subway system in New York City, you're damn right I got a problem with that. Something needs to be. I'm a native of New York City.
Yeah.
I took the F and the E train all the time. I wouldn't want my family traveling on the subway right now.
Same with me, not anymore.
I'm saying.
Do you take the subway anymore? I feel like you don't.
Well, I don't.
You don't.
I don't. But that's only because when you get popular and stuff like that, you try to.
And, it's amazing. I'm pretty sure he already has received and definitely will receive heat just for being on Fox. But what he's saying is just it's a pretty common sense safety approach. You know what I'm saying? The way he would treat crime is he gonna lock up criminals. That's just what he would do. You know what I'm saying? And that might sound like a conservative or whatever you would want to say type of thing, but universally it also sounds like to me that it'd just be for the benefit of everybody to have people who are committing crimes not on the street. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing crazy I've really heard him say. I haven't heard him doing any, I haven't seen him displaying any coonery so far, but I mean, I already know he gonna get hit with a lot of backlash.
Avoid crowds.
You're too popular to take the subway.
I was in L.A. The homelessness that exists there, I got an issue with that. Certainly, when you look at Gavin Newsom and some of the policies that he's put forth, you're talking about a lot of different things that need to be addressed. I don't agree with everything, and I'm not about to pretend that I do.
Okay, I want to play some sound because a lot of people have been talking badly about Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're with her or against her, but this is what your boy Bill Maher said about her possibly getting dumped by Joe. Listen.
It's very hard to take the nomination away from the president.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
A sitting president. And what I could see is replacing the vice president because, she's just not very popular anywhere. And it didn't seem to work out. And I don't know, that's been done before on a ticket. I just think she's a bad politician. And I think she's a very bright person.
Yeah, she almost seems to have just faded off the side of the earth. I mean, I don't ever hear her speak. I don't hear her doing anything at all. I mean, hopefully behind the scenes something getting done, but it really doesn't appear to be that way.
Bad. Do you think she's bad?
I'm not going to go that far. I will say this to you. I think we got to remember the words that he said. He said she wasn't a great politician. He also acknowledged that she's very smart and he believes she's capable, but she's just not doing a great job as a politician. I, believe it or not, I think that she's a highly intelligent woman that unfortunately doesn't have an opportunity to showcase her intelligence.
Really? She's got the second biggest job in the country. She hasn't had the opportunity.
Can I address that?
Please.
when you work for an administration
Yeah.
and you've alluded to other people running the administration,
Yes.
and you have all of these people literally telling you, trying to tell you at the very least what to do, that's problematic.
So you're saying it's Joe Biden's fault she's a bad...
Well, no matter what administration, no matter what position you in, typically it's always someone telling you what to do. If they give you an assignment, Miss VP, you got to go and do it. Go do your assignment. It is what it is. I'm not buying that she hasn't had room to work on what she has to work on. You know, it may not have been what she wanted to do, but that's unfortunately you still got to get it done.
Vice President.
No. Ultimately, it comes down to her. I can't absolve her from accountability. You asked for that seat. You're in that seat. I think she needs to do a better job. Exactly. There's no question about it. Because a lot of times I'm looking at Kamala Harris and I'm just saying, you are a highly intelligent and accomplished woman. Will you tell us what you truly, truly think instead of giggling all the daggone time? Every time somebody asks you a question, she can bring a lot if she had, as far as I'm concerned, I believe if she had the freedom to truly, truly speak her mind and be as raw and as authentic as she wants to be. I think she's been encouraged not to. I think as a result, be trying to disguise what you truly feel, you get...
Well, it definitely seemed like she faking it, but whether you encouraged to do so or not, you still have the ability to go against that grain and just say what you really want to say. But yeah, I mean, it definitely you don't know who Kamala Harris really truly is because she wears a mask. I don't know what's real and what's fake when she speaks.
She ain't Jesse Waters, she ain't Stephen A. Smith. She ain't gonna just say what the hell she feels. She's gonna say what they want her to parrot, and as a result of that, she finds herself, I think, looking worse than she actually is on many occasions.
Am I your favorite Fox News host?
No, believe it or not. You're a close second to Sean Hannity. I have to admit it. I can't deny it. I've known the guy for
okay.
years.
So he is a fan or whatever you want to say of a few conservatives or conservative news outlets. That's cool.
I don't agree with either of y'all at least 50% of the time.
Well,
but
you
y'all
agree
do
with
make
me
good points.
100% on this show.
Well, listen, I will say this. Y'all do make a lot of... Listen, I am not a Republican. I'm not a conservative, but I am a common sense individual. And when you're right, you're right. And I'm not going to deny that some of the things that y'all say are on point.
Right.
I think y'all let some of the Republicans off the hook sometimes.
Who am I letting off the hook?
I didn't say you did that today. That's a lengthier conversation,
Okay,
Jesse.
we don't have time for that. We have time to
Right.
plug your new podcast. What's that going to be about?
Well, listen, I've always wanted to expand beyond the parameters of sports to get into politics, news, pop culture, entertainment, social issues, what have you. This Wednesday, I'm interviewing Chris Cuomo. Friday, I'm interviewing Sean Hannity.
Wow.
And I just want my podcast to be, of course, I'm going to give you my monologue, my opening monologue like you do. I'm going to give you closing comments. But when it comes to interviews, I want my podcast to be a place where both sides of the aisle know they can come and they can have their views expressed and heard without somebody trying to stab them in the back or anything like that.
All
so
right.
I'm looking forward to it.
Stephen A., too famous to ride the subway in New York?
I wouldn't say that. By the way, you're coming on too. I'm going to get you on my podcast as well.
We'll work it out. Thank you very much. How about them Cowboys, Stephen A.?
Oh, stop it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Yeah, most definitely. If it was anyone to have to, branch out and make their own podcast from an ESPN, like he said, it'd be Stephen A. Smith. And it sounds like he got a good idea with what he's trying to do. I appreciate him for coming on there and just keeping it real. He came in there in good faith, and they had their little discussion. Agree where they agreed, disagree where they disagreed. You go back home, everything's okay. You know what I'm saying? That was nice to see. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on the video on your way out the door. Till next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.